Hey everyone, this is Meyer, and in this video we're going to be creating a sweep here in Icarus for these main sections. We did a sweep last time, which that was an impact. This is like a noise, kind of like noise effects, white noise effects that we're going to be using at different points in the track. So this is what it sounds like right before the drop. This is without the sidechain compression, which we're using Icarus for, and then here it comes in. And with everything else in context. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get started making this sound. This is pretty simple. Basically, what I'm going to be doing is just duplicating the init patch, boom, like so, and then over here, what I'm going to do is just simply call this noise. And it's going to be very similar to this other sound, but I want to do something a little bit different. What we're going to be doing is using a bandpass filter to modulate the cutoff so we can kind of have these sounds kind of coming in and out. So as before, we're going to set this to stereo and we're going to set this to white noise like so. And the last thing I'm going to do is I want to create basically a sidechain compression filter. So what we're going to do here is use this, and I need to set this to basically, I think 1/2, like this. 1 could work. Yeah, I think 1 will do it. And we're just going to go ahead and modulate this to the volume, but we want to do this in sort of the plus and minus direction. So it's going to be msig1 plus and minus. Oops. Yes. Plus and minus. Like so. We're going to have this sustain all the way up. And then what we're going to do is just simply use a bandpass filter here. And it may help to do an actual 12 dB per octave filter. A little bit of saturation. That's what we're going to be doing. So when this is down, this is what it's going to look like, and then we'll just simply modulate this all the way up. Like that. So if we go down to the matrix here, we'll really get that sidechain feel. The other thing that I think I want to do is have, as this volume is low, to kind of decrease the volume here. So what we're going to do is set this to kind of a low value, drag this up, and then simply drag this volume up here as well. That way it gets quieter as it kind of sweeps down, and it's easier to fade it out. So that's what we'll have for that. Under the effects, we just need a reverb. I'm going to just choose the big reverb with a little dampening. And delay, I think I may just use like a dual delay. Yeah, like this. The feedback's pretty good. Yeah, and that's pretty much the whole sound that we need. And then all we simply need to do is just modulate this macro as the track kind of comes in and out. So we create an automation clip that'll be for the whole thing under here. And then basically what I'm going to do is take this sweep MIDI. I'm just going to copy it down here and then click Make Unique. And all I'm going to do is just copy this MIDI from here onto the noise. And what we'll do then is we'll kind of use this to sweep it in and out at different points. So we may have it come in and then out like this. So it's kind of like horizontal. And what I like doing with something like this is kind of like adjusting the modulation here and just kind of cutting it and kind of linking it to each of these parts, which is just kind of helps it be together. I think you might be able to even say group, Shift G. So now these guys are linked. It's linked with the modulation, Shift G. So this is my like up sweep. This is my like down sweep. So basically from here, you just kind of can copy this over like this. It goes up and it goes down and it goes up and it goes down. And you can kind of hear as it comes in. And you'll hear it come in. Let's go ahead and mix this. It's already mapped to the mixer. There it goes. Let's see. Sounding pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and take this sweep and put it before this main part of the lead comes in as well. So now we kind of have two sweeps. We have this down sweep here, which is kind of more of an impact, and then we have this noise sweep, which is just kind of for adding and signaling to the listener that there's tension. So the other thing I'm realizing, what I'd like to do is not have it have this sidechain compression during the main section of our song. So the way I'm going to do this is set mseg 1-2 all the way off. So I can do this by just double clicking on it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose as the source the mod wheel under MIDI. And over here, I'm going to choose matrix send 1. So if you've been watching the other videos, this is the recursive modulation, where this will adjust how much. Oh, we've already mapped this to the mod wheel, so we can't do it this way. What I can do instead is simply, I guess, just modulate this directly. That's what we're going to do. We'll just modulate it from the mod wheel itself. So this is matrix 1 send 1. So tools, last tweaked, create automation clip. This is going to be whether or not we have this set. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to set this to 50% here. That way, because we don't need this to modulate in the negative direction. So this will always be completely off. And then when this drop comes in, this is when we'll give it maybe like plus, I don't know, 34, I think is what we had before. So, and then I'm just going to set this to hold. So that way we don't have to worry about it changing values until we don't care about it. So notice how this is what's going to happen. So you'll hear it come in without that sidechain compression. Here it comes. And then when it comes in, So if you didn't hear that, no sidechain compression. There's the sidechain compression. So pretty cool. And here comes the upsweep. And sometimes what's helpful with this is to actually use a cut. So this is interesting. We can cut it so it's not too bright. Now, typically I would do this with EQ because there's no way to set this to like 18K. It starts like literally at, you know, maybe 15K or something. But it is interesting. You do have that option here. So I may keep it on for now. I do like this. I don't want to have this dynamic bass on because it's just not needed. This is a kind of a low frequency sound. In fact, what I would do is turn this low knob to the left to do a low cut, maybe at around 100 hertz, just because I don't want any of that noise interfering with my low end with the kick and the sub or anything like that. So that's what I would do to keep it this way. So anyway, hope you found this helpful, and I will see you in the next video.